Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Dharani the Practical AI Dev. So in our previous video, we have learned about what is AI agent and agentic AIs. So in today's video, we will learn about LangGraph. So LangGraph, so it's an important framework for building the AI agents. So first let's see what is actually LangGraph. So imagine you're asking the ChatGPT like read my resume, improve it and then generate interview questions. So your normal LLM what it will do, it will just give only answers. So but the AI agent should perform multiple steps. So that's what we have learned in the last videos. AI agent will have a set of workflow. So it will think, plan, think, and it will create the workflow and then execute everything and give you the final answer. So that is the purpose of the AI agent. So here the flow, whatever the flow it's creating, right? So that is called a workflow. So this workflow, so LangGraph is a framework for creating those workflows. So for example, if user asks question and for example book a flight for Dubai. So that is the question I'm asking to ChatGPT. So what it will do, user's question, it understand the request, flight search, hotel search, generate and then return the result. So this is a this workflow it's generated by agent agentic AI. So that is that work LangGraph is a framework for creating those workflows. Now, so what is graph? So LangGraph, we know what is a graph. So graph is basically it consists of nodes and edges. So example, in this particular example, flight search. So flight search is nothing but it's a node, and there is a connection, right? So this is a edges. So the graph is nothing but it consists of the nodes and edges. So now let's see what are the core components of LangGraph. So these are the only four concepts that you need to know. So the first one is state. State. So state is nothing. It's the memory of the graph. So every node reads from it and writes back to it. So imagine you have a notebook that passed between your team members. So person A writes some notes and the person B adds some notes, person C adds some notes, and you will get the final finished one. So in the same notebook, so notebook is nothing but it's a state. You're asking some question and it will go step by step. One task it will do. So the state will consist of each task results. So the final response you will get with the all the task completed result. So that is the state. Next, node. So node is nothing but it's perform the task. So think of a function. So in this particular example, flight search. Flight search is one of the node. Hotel search, it is a node. So it does some function. It will do some function and it will give you some results. So that is called a nodes. So edges is nothing, it's connect the nodes. So flight search, so this will perform some task, flight search, and there is a hotel search, but there is no connection between these two. So the edges will connect these two. So nodes will never execute. So edges will define what runs next. So that is the purpose of edge. The last one is conditional routing. So conditional routing, so suppose you are asking what is the weather today. So LLM will not answer, so it will call the weather API and it will give you some temperature today. So suppose you are asking write some Python code. So it should not call the weather API because that makes no sense. So different questions require different path. So that is what the conditional routing. So conditional routing, what it will do, it will check whether based on the question which particular AI agent I should use. So then it will automatically routing to the different path. So even in Python, you can write something. If the prompt has a weather, then call weather tool. If the prompt has calculator related one, you call the calculator. So that we can do it in the Python. But what if we have a very big workflows? Then it will be difficult to write every different functions. But LangGraph is already doing this thing. Automatically it chooses everything. So that is the purpose of conditional routing. So these four are the core components of the LangGraph. Maybe I can just give you the summary of this one. So state is nothing but it is a shared data passed between the nodes. So this is all the nodes. So the state will have the data passed between these nodes. So if, for example, user questions, and there is a search, flight search results, and then hotel search, then final response. So this is the state. And the node is nothing but a unit of work, usually a function. And the edge is nothing but it's a execution flow. So it will connect from the nodes. Each node there is a connection, right? So that is the edges. And the conditional routing, so chooses next node based on the logic. So whether if you get a weather query, it will choose the weather tool. If you have a coding query, it will go to that particular coding related one. So that is the basics of LangGraph. So I hope you understand the basics of LangGraph, because it is an important framework for understanding the AI agent. So I hope this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.